Hello guys, what is up? It is me, the Fungus Among Us. It's me, Urbanfungus, and today I have a cold. My hay fever is kicking up. Excellent. Well, I am playing Marvel Heroes Omega on the Xbox One, which has just come out a couple of days ago, I believe. Now I've already grinded, as you can see, my first character. I have already grinded Hulk, so I have been working tirelessly to get him up to level 60 to see end game stuff, basically. So we are going to have a quick butchers and see now what else we can do. In the game. Why is that telling me that?
You cannot buy redemption, Stark. Right.
So we are going to have a little look around. We're going to try and get some gameplay underway and start trying to unlock more difficulty levels. As you can see here, I've completed this heroic trial, so now we're going for the super heroic trial. Region not available from there. Of course it's not. What do I have to be in? Do I have to be here? Just like that, I've unlocked achievement. Isn't that great? Oh, it's the first time I've been here, that's why. What we got here then? Training dummies.
Not a chance.
I'm not sure what I'm meant to do. I guess this is just to see what DPS and stuff you can do. Yeah. Cool. So, basically, if you've never seen this game before, the long end of the stick is, or the short end of the stick, whichever side you're holding, is basically you. It's like Diablo and things like that. Action RPG, basically, is what we're going with here. Let me see if I can get to it from here. Region not available for selected difficulty. Okay, so where am I meant to be? I'll tell you what, we'll go to Odin's place. Okay, so let's try from here. Region not available for selected difficulty. Well, that's going to be annoying. Right, what's it say? Patrols. Okay, we'll do a patrol then. Mid-down patrol.
I don't like soldiers, and I don't like tin suits, so I really don't.
Yes, we'll go for some patrols. So this is one of the things you can do once you've completed the main campaign, as it were, of the game. So you can basically come along here, and as you see on the right hand side of the screen, it tells you what to do. So patrol midtown, defeat enemies, destroy some cars. Now obviously as I'm a Hulk, it's pretty straightforward. Destroy cars pretty easily. So this little mission itself won't take very long. As you can see, I walk around with my mini-map always in the centre of the screen. Some people will probably find that really frustrating and annoying, but I find it a lot easier purely because it means that I can just see where I'm going. I can just walk around. I'm not going to be struggling to figure out where I'm going.
Not a chance.
Drop some energy to there. Now, obviously, this game is free. I believe obviously on both PS4 and Xbox. So you may be thinking to yourself, oh, what's the catch? Obviously there is pay to play aspects to the game. Obviously if you want to level up super quick and you want everything now, instead of grinding for it, you can obviously buy things. You know, you can buy yourself packs which start from about 40 quid. They start from about £3.99 I believe, up to about 40 quid should I say. Basically from like G, which is in-game money which you can spend to buy new characters or upgrades, or you can go out and spend £40 on buying just packs which already come with some characters already unlocked. For instance, you can get the Avengers Assemble pack, so that comes with all the Avengers. Obviously, my Hulk itself I've had from the start of the game. Because when you start the game, you are given a few splinters just to basically get you off the ground by choosing who you want to start as. So it's a brief way of saying, you know, cheers for playing the game. You can be this character if you want. So it's not too shabby. But as I say, it's a bit of a grind fest. If you don't want to spend real money, it can be a bit of a grind fest to earn the actual splinters themselves to unlock new characters. Especially things like, I mean, Deadpool, he's in the game. If you want Deadpool, it's going to be a complete and utter grind fest just to earn the splinters for him. But other than that, it's not too bad, really. It's not too bad. You know, I've played worse pay-to-play games where you have to proper grind. As you can see here, you literally can just destroy everything and anything. You just walk up to these, break them. Now, obviously, the game does have a campaign. There is nine chapters to the campaign, each containing, obviously, being Marvel, many different Marvel villains. What the hell? Now, obviously, because this is endgame stuff, the things that you see the Hulk doing, like these meteor moves and stuff, you actually unlock later on in the game. You don't have all these access to all these moves straight away.
That's what you get.
And obviously, things like the little robot you saw earlier flying around, they're obviously an artifact perk, which again is kind of endgame stuff. But you know, if you're into your action RPGs, like I said earlier, if you're into your Diablos and stuff like that, then this game you will enjoy. Obviously, you know, if you can see past the pay-to-play kind of aspect and you can enjoy what you get for free, then happy days. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I started playing the game and I literally chose the Hulk and ran through in one sitting the whole chapters 1 through to 9 and completed it and got to level 60 in one playthrough. Not that it is quick, but I started early. It took me probably, I'd say, about I don't know, 6-7 hours. A couple of times I had a mate with me, and obviously it was like 2-man to some of it, but pretty straightforward. But as I say, basically you get it to start off with on basically what they call normal, and obviously you can unlock harder difficulties as you go. Clear that out of the way. But you can clear that out of the way, and you just obviously unlock higher difficulties. With obviously higher difficulties comes with challenges, but at the same time you get better loot out of it as well. So obviously you can get like loot boxes and things like that where you can earn new costumes for characters. You can obviously earn better gear. But obviously the stuff you really want to get for and aim for is what they call cosmic gear. But I have some of that gear, so I can actually show you what that gear looks like. So obviously, as you can see at the bottom left here, we've got your health bar. The green bar just above my health bar. Each character is different. Some run on anger, some run on soul spirit, this, that, and the other. Obviously, Hulk being Hulk, he runs on anger. Now, obviously, his actually runs up rather than runs down. As you can see now, I'm not attacking, so it's going down. Whereas obviously as I attack, it actually fills up. And as it fills up, I'm able to do more of my special moves. For some, obviously, you have to work towards filling up before you can do moves, vice versa. Now, obviously, you can pick up the here. It's obviously all coloured, so you can see what colour rarity it is. So most of the time now I'm here. Unless you want to literally hoard it all, pick it all up and sell it all, I don't even bother. don't need to bother with it now. Just because it takes up inventory space, and obviously you want more inventory space, you basically have to buy it with real game money for a bigger inventory space. Oh, we've got sentries. There's another eternity splinter. Now, as you see in the orbs on the floor that are dropped, the ones that you really want to make sure you try to pick all up are the green ones. That's your XP orbs, basically. The red ones are health. The blue ones do stuff. You've got gold. Again with the shield around my body at the moment due to an artifact. So, you know, there's lots of stuff to the game. Obviously, I mean, as I say, I completed it and leveled myself up to level 60 pretty quickly in terms of an action RPG kind of game. It wasn't too much of a grind fest because there is lots to do. You know, it's not just a case of go here, do this, go here, do this. When you're in the open areas, like the public areas, there's plenty of little kind of events and stuff to keep you entertained as well, which are replayable. So that there's loads of stuff to do, and there's loads of little loot boxes hidden throughout each little area as well. And the maps are pretty decently sized as well, so it's not too shabby in the size of in that realm of thing. Obviously, as you can see there, do you see in the distance the green orbs do get smaller and smaller. If you don't get them, they disappear. So hence the reason why I said earlier, make sure you get them. These little perks here, they help your power-ups cool down. They'll come in different sizes. Obviously, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed here. We'll use my ultimate power. There we go. Very nicely. Just use the one as well. Get rid of everything. But yes, so I mean, as I say, it's not too bad a game. I mean, I implore anyone, and seeing as it's free as well, you definitely go and give it a game. Go and give it a game and see what you think. But you know, you can't really argue with what you're getting for free, considering. And the guys over at Gazillion, I believe it's called, you know, they've obviously thought about it because this has obviously come from the PC. They did have a closed beta on the actual, I believe it was on the PS4. I'm not sure about on the Xbox One, but they did have closed betas and stuff to. So it's not just a case of a simple port. They literally, you know, they want to make it work by the seams of things on the console. But it's a great game. I'm loving it so far. You know, I mean, we've got a gold team. Oh, okay. That was silly of you to attack the hog, really. But obviously, I mean, what I've heard so far from watching other YouTubers and stuff, and watching people's videos about the game, from being on PC and stuff as well, it turns out the Hulk and Nova are two of the most OP characters in the game. So obviously, if you're looking for someone to really get you started, both Hulk and Nova are great characters to first choose when you start the game. They're both in your limit of splinters that you get given for free. So if you want a nice, like what I would say, easy start to help you out, I recommend obviously choosing the Hulk and obviously choosing Nova, as one or the other will get you on the way. And Nova is the guy my friend is using. He's pretty OP as well. Okay, they are both pretty decent characters to use, and they're pretty good at crowd control as well. So, you know, the crits and stuff you get on it, the DPS is extremely amazing. It's crazy on some of the enemies. You know, you can walk up to a public event just through one roof and wipe them all out and watch other people. So, you know, you'll see as you're playing during the public areas. I mean, last night I was playing with a mate, and there must have been at one time doing 7 or 8 Hulks on the screen, smashing everything through the same move. So, it shows that, you know, he's quite OP. Obviously, as I say, there is loads of characters to choose from. If I just show you quickly, there is loads of characters to choose from if I get attacked. I mean, some of them are hidden behind paywalls. You know, for instance, War Machine. You know, if you want War Machine, you can either outright pay for him, or you have to work towards it. This guy here though, Founders Pack exclusive bonus. This one's a bit of a cheeky one. If you want Iron Fist, you basically got to buy every single Founders Pack that they're offering at the moment. I believe they're a limited time thing as well, so he might end up being able to be bought afterwards. It seems a bit pointless if they've got rid of the Founders Pack to get rid of Iron Fist. Not too sure if they're bringing any more characters in, but obviously at the moment you can't be the bad guys, as it were, the enemy of Marvel. You can only be the good guys. Whether or not they bring bad guys, it's completely, no idea about that as well. But it would be quite nice to see a few more characters, maybe. But I say you've got plenty to choose from. I mean, I'm a little bit upset British Man isn't in there. Well, obviously being British myself. But, I mean, there's plenty of people in there. I mean, there's plenty of people in there to keep you busy, and especially if you, like I say, you don't want to spend money. You just want to grind it just to get the right, the rights to buying one yourself because you grind and work for it. Then happy days, you're going to be there for a long time growing. And I say there is after game stuff as well. So once you complete the campaign, obviously you can go back and do the campaign again with a lower level character. Obviously, once you hit level 60 as well, which is the cap, obviously, like in Diablo, I'm only using Diablo because I've played that so much as well. You obviously, like you've got in Diablo with your Paragon points and stuff, you've got pretty much the same principle. Just die already. You've got the same principle in this. So obviously, once you hit level 60, you can still level your character up. So not inventory. I go to skills. As you can see, these are all your moves you can unlock, so obviously you can only equip 8 at a time. Talents is obviously, again, once you hit level 44, or whatever it is, you start unlocking them, switching the little ones you want. The great thing about this, though, is you can obviously deactivate and activate whichever one you want at the same time, so you don't have to literally just have the same thing set up at the same time. You don't have to make one final decision. You can just play like, okay, I'm going to use that one for today. I'll switch it out, change it to this one, blah blah blah. Ultimate is obviously your final power, which you haven't unlocked once you're level 60. Synergies, not too sure. I think the more you have equipped, you can only equip them once they, as you can see here, level 25s and level 50s. They give you those perks once they're equipped. So at the moment, because my Hulk is level 60, if I choose any other character I've got unlocked and I equip the Hulk into Synergy, I will gain a plus 6% health bonus. So, you've got all of that. And obviously Infinity. So obviously, being Marvel, these are the Infinity Stones, or Infinity Gems. Each one does something different. So you've got the Power Gem, which obviously increases your power itself. You've got the Mind Gem, which increases your critical hit regenerating chance. It tells you on the right hand side. And as you can see at the bottom, 0 out of 11 points available. But basically each time you level up, you get more points. And obviously you can just keep making yourself stronger and stronger with the gems. Now, obviously, like I said to you, in the inventory, you've got loads of things to keep yourself busy. From, obviously, you've got your relics, your catalysts, your medallions. I haven't even got legendary items yet, but, basically, you've got loads to keep you busy. Obviously, your buffs, your currencies, your deliveries, if you fill out your own inventory slot. So you've got loads to keep you going. Obviously, supplies as well, your loot boxes. Now when you obviously get your loot boxes, they come here and obviously you can open them up. So we'll open one up just to show you. So as you can see here, it opens it for the character I'm assuming you're choosing. So obviously I've got one for Hulk here. So obviously it's giving me some decent super heroic upper body items. So the purple stuff is obviously better than the blue stuff. Obviously it's pretty self-explanatory when it comes to it. Purple's the better. Obviously, cosmic stuff is the best. As you can see here, I was lucky enough to get one. Obviously, there's an artifact here as well. It goes along. It's a little bit slow. The Ziggurat of Kurgul. There we go. So, it gives you... Oh, sweet Jesus, it gives you loads of stuff. It gives you loads of things out here. So, Relic of Xandar, 5 of them. Obviously, there's a little bit of confusion. I didn't understand at first what the hell it gave me so many of these things for. Basically, if you can collect up to 100, as it says there, maximum of 100, the more you have, the better benefits you get out of it. As it says there, it improves the benefit. So obviously, at the moment, 5 of them give me plus 25 damage rate into range powers and 50 health. So if you have 100 of them, you know, you do the maths. You do the maths. Each mini boss you fight, or even any boss, any enemy you defeat, you get a medallion named after them, which obviously does individual perks itself as well. And obviously you can just get little spray paint tags, which is pointless really. It's just a case of up on the D-pad, and I've got one that sets off fireworks out the rear end of Hulk. You found that funny, yes. So yeah, guys, I implore you try this. I might make another video of this, but actually I might go through a bit more detail. If you want any more details, let us know in the comments below. I can always make more in-depth videos as to what you actually have to do, and what each thing is, this, that and the other. So feel free to let us know in the comments below. Feel free to give us a like, and feel free to subscribe. Cheers!